I'm going to show you how I customize my pickleball paddle. First, I'm going to select my favorite paddle, which is the Selkirk Power Air Invicta shape. And the first thing I'm going to do is remove the pink tape off the handle. You'll see why in a little bit. I'm going to set that aside. And the first thing I'm going to do is add tungsten tape to customize the weight of my paddle. It currently weighs 8 ounces. I'm going to build it up to 8.4 because each of these tungsten strips weighs 0.1 ounces. And I'm going to add 4 of them. So I'll tear one off. And on my paddles, I like to put the tape kind of at 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock on either side. Some people might elect to put it across the very tip, but I'm going to put it just below the bottom corner here, run it up along the side as straight as I can, right about so. There's one strip on one side. I'm going to do that for both sides, and I'm going to do it 2 times each. So it's important that you line it up exactly symmetrically on the other side. Make sure it's on there evenly along the middle of the edge of the paddle. And you can see I'm slightly off. This goes across here. It doesn't match, so before I press it down, I'm gonna try it again. Move it up just a little bit. You want the weight distributed evenly on both sides. So I get that one lined up perfectly. Now I can press it down. And I'll do that again on both sides. Lay it right directly over the top of the other strip. It will stick to itself. And same thing on the other side again. After I get this strip on, I'm going to put the edge guard tape on top of the paddle. There we go. Now I'm going to take my edge guard tape and peel off the backing again. The backing is much easier to take off on this one. And again, try to line this up symmetrically as best I can. Try to line up the logo. See that Selkirk logo? Try to line it up directly on top of the paddle. And then make sure the sides are fairly even out here. So pretty close. There's not a lot of weight to this edge guard tape, so don't worry too much if you're maybe 1/4 of an inch off on either side. But it is a nice clean look if you can get it perfectly symmetrical. Press that down. I'm going to try to remove any wrinkles if possible. There are white or black edgeguard tape strips. In the future, there may be different colors to match your paddle. Then finally, I'm going to put on an overgrip. Remove the tape. And then, of course, remove the plastic backing off of the grip itself. Set that aside. And remove the starting tape off of the overgrip. Start at the tip and work your way around. Doesn't really matter where around you start. Wherever it is you start, you want to try and wrap this paddle as straight and get it as even as you possibly can, and then start wrapping it around. The more practice you get at this, the quicker you can get, the easier it becomes, and it'll have a much cleaner look. I'm going to try and get this grip as symmetrical around as possible. I want to pull it fairly firmly, but not too tight that it overstretches. Just keep wrapping around as far as the tape will take you. If you have some extra, you could always clip it off with some scissors. I might have a tiny bit extra, in which case I might just pull it off or leave it as is. I tend to like my grip going up a little bit higher on the handle. And then of course we're gonna finish it with the tape here. Take off the paper from the back of the finishing tape. Make sure the logo on your tape is facing the right direction. So in this case I have the Selkirk logo upright. Pull it fairly firmly, again without overstretching it. Press it firmly to finish. And now the reason I've left this pink tape, I removed it, and I'm going to put it back on now because I want a cleaner look. I want my finish tape to be pink rather than black, so to match the paddle. All right, there we go. Finished product. I have additional tape to customize the weight, edge guard tape to protect the edge of the paddle, and overgrip, which I like the feel of in my hand. That is your finished product. That's how you customize your paddle.